Okay, Anthony, thank you so much for reposting. Yes, that first post did not have the ad, so thank you very much. Okay, it's a good looking ad, there's no question. I think that you've done a great job placing the logo, the masked image, as well as establishing your typography and general layout in Illustrator. Listen, I think that honestly, the only problem I have with the ad itself is the background image, and I think you did allude to this in your written um, your written rationale here. And yeah, the background just really it's pretty washed out, meaning that the high end, the light highlight areas are kind of taking over the image. So we're losing a lot of contrast. And I think that a simple adjustment, a curves or levels adjustment layer is definitely in order just to really increase the contrast associated with the distribution of tonal variety based on the shadows and the highlights. We just need a little more contrast through the shadow areas, and I really think that's going to make that image pop. I think it's interesting that the background is kind of muted out like that, so I think it's a good image, but I just feel like it's just really lacking in contrast. So that would be my recommendation. I think other than that, I think everything is done very well. Um, One thing you may consider is darkening up. I wouldn't go pure black on the headline and the subhead, but I would darken it up a little bit. Maybe even consider grabbing one of the colors, even the purple from the logo, or even maybe even the teal color from the logo. Try different colors here. Right now, that gray is really receding in the composition, so it's almost taken a subservient position in hierarchy, meaning that it's a headline. It should really be one of the first things that the viewer looks at in terms of typography. It should be the first thing the viewer looks at. So that gray color is really receding in the composition. Um, so for that reason, I think it's compromising the hierarchy associated with the typography in the ad. So my recommendation again is to either darken that up or change the color to the purple or the teal from the Amethyst Bay logo. Okay, good job. Other than that, you're looking fantastic. Okay. One thing you might consider is removing the box from your type down here. Typically what I would do is I would recommend this. I would say you go headline, subhead, then a paragraph of body copy explaining Amethyst Bay, describing the promotion. Then I would place the logo in the bottom right hand corner and the address information down here along with the masked image of the drink somewhere. And I just think that's really going to improve the page mechanics, make it a little bit more easy to follow in terms of hierarchy. Because right now this has got a lot of visual weight to it, so it's immediately pulling the eye down here to the bottom of the ad. That visual weight is establishing hierarchy, and as I said, I think it's just drawing like a magnet. It's drawing the eye to the bottom of the ad, which has the promotion in it, and that's okay. But we want this whole thing to work in harmony. So in other words, we want this, instead of this being something that's totally separate from the ad, we can see that it's really separated from the ad based on that teal colored background box. So again, I would suggest that you try to incorporate all of your typography right over the image, have it work with the image as opposed to being pasted on top of the image, and that's the feeling we get right down here. All right, so other than that, like I said, those are my recommendations moving towards your final magazine ad. And if you have any questions at all, but I'd like to see those changes being made towards your final submission. Okay, as I said, any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. Thank you very much.